Welcome to the Old Boar plays City Skylines 2. We've just gotten to a huge city, and this is going to help us out. So sit back, relax, take a deep breath. We're going slow. So we're going to finish out this grid we were working on. I want that to be 90 degrees and see if we can actually make this work. Invalid shape, steep too slow, slope too steep, overlapping items. Let's see how you do this. Another way is I'm using the white circle to measure 2 away from that overpass. No, that's why. Can't do this. And they're not perfect, but that's okay. It gives just a little bit of character to what you're doing. And you want to leave the terraforming in. I mean, that's what makes the city look real. And these are not 90-degree angles here. They look like they are. $91, $90. And we want to go another one and leave this for something big. And you'll want to get in a little bit closer. You're using those zoning squares to measure. So right up to that tree is my zoning square. That's 2 whole sections. And leaving a little bit more space in between them. 1 square of space allows you to put pathing in here behind. And because we have, this is all downtown. This is the major center of the downtown, and it will even extend off over into here. And so we want a lot of these squares over here. And so we're going to go over here to our milestone. This is our milestone. We're at a huge city. And grand city. Metropolis. Thriving metropolis. Megalopolis. And because you don't have a population limitation on your milestone, because there's no population gap, they changed it to experience points. Makes sense. This is a hill, a nice hill. We want to think about this first. And this is our seaway. And we can't really get a port, a harbor for tourism in here until we buy the square. These two squares would have to be purchased, and I don't think I'm really like to do that to get those people in and out of the city a different way. But what we need to do is look at the resources actually. And we need to get this farming. This will come around on the loop, this truck traffic. And when the loop goes around the back of the city and comes over to this island, it'll take cargo over to this cargo hub instead of going through the city. Hopefully, we can make it go that direction. We still have 12 more tiles. And I would hate to use this very valuable land for oil when we probably need this whole area here. This whole area here for city. I want to look at this over here as well. It's a mountain there. We're going to need this. Whoops. I got out of it. I clicked the wrong X. We're going to need this one, this one, this one. We've still got 3 left. Oh, 3 of 24. I clicked out of it and it started me over. I think that's where the oil could be generated, kind of back out of the way. And we had these selected. We would have to build a little service point interchange here to get into this farming, but that farming is very important. This is a big boost here. We might be able to take this one, and this one to get our harbor line connected. I'd hate to take those not knowing how much people I'm gonna need, how many people I'm going to need. But for some reason, I'm thinking that this is important. This harbor here. Yeah, we're losing money right now. Let's see what our budget, how much over our budget we are. It's all right. Now, did I click out of those squares again? Sometimes when you do that, it's because you need to think about it again. We probably need to think about getting this connected up That's a big project there. And this one we're going to allow us to put in our ship harbor. This and this and this and this and this are allowing us to build more city. Don't want to click out of this again. This will allow us to put in more infrastructure. And we still have 11. We still have 4 more. So we might untake this one. Can't really do a lot in that square there. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We need to do this first. We need to put in more industry first. We're going to run out of room for industry. And we could get this oil instead of this oil over here. And give ourselves... We just need this for industry, basically. And instead of taking the one with all the water, we could do this and fill this in with terraforming. And we will leave the harbor for later. We're still over by 1. Take off that one. All right. And so that means got lots of work to do. Got a little bit of industry demand, so this is really beautiful and really nice, but I just don't need it. How about we leave that? We leave that little lake. The brush is too big to get into those areas there. Once we purchase the squares, we'll make the terraforming look right. And this is just not necessary at all. And now we have that natural resource here, which is this oil. Brush size. And so we want to think about how we're going to put in this Over on the other side, we will take a 4-lane road just straight out. It's kind of following the island out here. And temporarily we'll, put it here to where we can connect it up. And now we will take this grid, this road, pedestrian street, alleys. I'm kind of glad they didn't give us industrial roads. I'm really glad they kind of simplified this, actually. And I guess they'll make a DLC for it. Super fancy highways. There was some really cool stuff I wanted to do with what they call CSUR. But it was complicated. Let's see here. This is don't quite know how we're going to do this. I think we do it this way. Instead of making this big long road like you would have done oil drilling. I think you do it this way. I'll show you. Now that I'm kind of getting the hang of it. And we'll just connect the road back so that the trucks can drive around. You do it this way. Now, the one on the right is got the angle on it. You start there. These are really ugly. But they're okay. They're just serving a purpose. And you can clean it up just a bit. Like right up to the edge of the road to make it look like a real deal. And let's see. Do we have everything connected? Water, electricity. Our water availability and sewage treatment is still good. Let's see where we're at now. Now, I don't know how we got to this, but we're going to take it, all right? And we need industry just a little bit, and I don't think I want to do it here because I think this is supposed to be something else. Maybe even for an industries type DLC where you've got all kinds of complicated cargo stuff. This just comes out to remind me we're gonna put in something else in here. That needs to be saved. And this can be um, a grid, just a grid of industry. Like that. And then these can connect up. I was so skeptical about City Skylines 2 for so long. And I even saved my money to get a better graphics card in anticipation of it. I thought, well, I hope it's good because this is a lot of money for graphics card. And I'm telling you, it is well worth it. And so this is where industry is going to go. We still have this big problem with uneducated workers. I'm wondering if they're just having a hard time getting over the bridge. Just too far away. These have them as well. Lack of high skilled labor. They don't have them. They can't level up without them. So we put in the university. We're probably going to have to put in a technical university. So we want to get that on our skill tree. I really don't know how good this is, how good I'm doing. I don't really have anything to compare it to. All I know is I've got enough money, so who knows whether this is good or bad. And we only want to do what we need to bring that demand down to 0. And we're using this Blackwood Island ISLAND. We're using Blackwood Island here for our industry. And part of this island. And I guess as long as people aren't complaining about being sick over here with this ground pollution, it just barely comes up into this commercial. This is really not the best place to zone commercial. And we decided to leave the harbor for the next milestone. And so this is the university, and we want to look at this first. Development tree, education, medical, technical. We have 14 points. I'm going to take technical. This might help us find more resources in the future. Geothermal. That would be a lot better than the coal. Let's just see what they do. this is what we have. This one's 625,000 a month. This one's 70. Solar is 300,000. Puts out 200 megawatts. This is 20 megawatts. This is 250. 625, 3,000. This is 300,000. This is cheaper. We really need to replace this with solar over here. Basically, this needs to be replaced with solar. It's connected somehow. It's connected here. But I don't want to mess up the game mechanics. This is working, okay? I'm almost to the point that I want to tear down the entire area and just redo it. Totally tear out the buildings and the things, but who cares? And this could be a problem, actually. All of this influx of traffic seems to be coming from here instead of over here, which was my outside connection to what? Waslingham. So where to start? We have 12 points left. I don't think we're even needing this yet. We're still good here. Got 12 points left. Hospital Disease Control Center. And I'm wondering which one does more. This is full. We took the technical university. We are full here. We don't have disasters. We're going to take, let's just see. Don't need tram, subway, or air. We have all of this. I think this one looks more promising. That leaves us 4. And we're going to take the prison, I guess. You know, it probably adds stuff to the game. We do want to keep crime at a minimum, or you won't have anybody new wanting to come live in your city. What do we got here? An icon here. Crime scene. We were just talking about you. And so we've got a lot of those things to put in the next session. The new hospital facility goes in over here somewhere. So thanks for watching The Old Boar Plays City Skylines 2. Take care now.